Welcome to Old Man Sports Talk. I'm your host, Old Man Nate, and today we're going to talk about who made the cut in the PGA Championship in Rochester, New York. So I don't know how much you have got to watch the PGA Championship in the first 2 days. I watched quite a bit of it, and just like I said in my pre-show, this was going to be a very, very challenging course. I even said that the winner would be shoot around 12 or 10 under. Unless it rained on the weekend, then I would expect the winner to shoot around 6 under. And after 2 days of play, we had three people tied for the top of the leaderboard at 5 under par. But the weekend or Saturday at least is expecting rain all day long. So we will see exactly how that plays effect on the tournament. So let's talk about real quick. Well, I'll tell you what, before we get into that, if you haven't at this time, if you have not, if this is your first time watching and you haven't already, take the time to right now to like, subscribe, and comment on this show. Ring the bell also, so that way you get notifications when Old Man Nate drops new videos. Okay. And also, you can take your time if you got a second, go to oldmancoffee.shop, get you and support Old Man Nate with a t-shirt. We've also got tumblers there, and you can also get you some coffee to drink in your tumblers. We have 47 different flavors. We have K cups. So we have different sizes. That's the ground bag, obviously. We have K cups as well. So just go in there and check it out. And at this time, we're running a special. If you buy a t-shirt and a tumbler, we have different colors also, not just the black ones. Or you buy two tumblers or two t-shirts, and you'll get you a 12-ounce bag of coffee for free. So at this time, go ahead and do that. Or right after you're watching the show, go on there and do that. There's a link. There'll be a link in there where you can just click on that and go take care of that. Okay, a link in the description. So who did not make the cut? And I'm not going to go here and name all the golfers, but I'm going to name some of really the ones that I like. If I left some of yours off, well, you probably didn't want to hear they missed the cut anyway. But if I leave some of them off, I apologize for that. Let me know, and next time I'll make sure to mention them in the show. So who did not? By the way, the cut line was at 5 over par. I told you it's a tough course, man. Um, and so anybody who did not shoot, who shot 6 over par or worse, did not make the cut. And so here's some of those golfers that did not make the cut. Ricky Fowler, he missed it by one shot. Matt Fitzpatrick missed it by one shot. Matt Kuchar missed it by two shots. Jason Day and Tom Kim missed it by three shots, along with Gary Woodland. Cam Young missed it by four shots. Taylor Gooch, he doubled the cut line score at plus 10. And then Abraham Answer, the only OU golfer, he did not make the cut as he missed it with 11 over par. So, real quick, I got to throw this out there. I don't know if you guys have seen the video, but Tom Kim, he had on the first day, he had a little episode. So he hit the ball and he was told it went over the water and it was on the bank, and if he could hit it, he'd have a good chance. If you've seen his interview, he said, "Hey, this is the PGA Championship. I'm fighting for every stroke I can get." So he went after his ball. Little did he know that there was a sinkhole right there. He took off his shoes, his socks, pulled his pants up to his knees, went off in there. Next thing you know, he's sunk in the mud all the way up almost to his waist. And he was asking for his caddy to come help him out. His caddy's like, if I go in there, we both gonna get stuck. So he didn't go in there. Tom dug his way out finally. And then so he comes out, and I mean, his whole pants are just covered in mud. And he's like, man, I gotta get this cleaned off. So he goes out in the water. You can't even see him. There's a little hill there where the camera is. And so he goes down below the hill, and you can't see him. You don't know what he's doing, but he comes out and he's not completely clean, but he looked a lot better than he did when he first came out. And he washed that mud off his pants, put his put his socks and shoes back on. He changed. He didn't have another shirt, but he had a jacket. It's cold and rainy there, so a lot of them have carry jackets on. So he took it because he got mud on his shirt. He took his shirt off, put the jacket on, and finished his round. And he actually on day one didn't finish that bad. I think he was like 2 over for the day. And I don't know what happened on day two, but he missed the cut. He had a bad day, uh, finished 6 over on the day, I believe it was, and he missed the cut. So I hate that for him because that was a funny story. He could have, and still made the cut. That would have been hilarious. And if he would have made the cut, it would have been hilarious. Tell everybody and got paid for digging in the mud. But now he walked away with nothing. So 76 golfers made the cut. Okay, the cutoff score was 7, or cutoff is at 70. But if you have that, like if 70 and 71 or below are tied with the same score, then everybody with that score makes the cut, and it was plus 5. So there was 6 golfers that was at plus 5. Now here's some of the golfers that are going to get paid and made the cut this weekend. We got Phil Mickelson, Justin Thomas, and Tony Finau all made the cut at the cut line at 5 over. And if you watch my show on the pre-show before the tournament started, I picked Tony Finau to win. It's going to be really hard for him to win now, but he made the cut. He's going to get a paycheck, so that's good. That's good for him. Max Homa made the cut at 3 over par. John Rahm made the cut at 4 over. But here's the thing with him. After day one, it looked like there was no way he's going to make the cut. He was 6 over after day one. And he had a good day two, finished 2 under par to finish with 4 over in the tournament and make the cut. So good for John. And remember, he's a Masters champion. So the last major championship this year, which was a Masters, he won it. It's going to be really hard for him to win back to back, though. You're gonna have to dig down really deep in day 3 and day 4, and on a very, very tough course. So it's gonna be really, really challenging for him to win. I don't think he can do it, but hey, you don't ever count somebody out. Jordan Spieth also was right at the cut line at 5 over. Adam Scott is at 2 over. Dustin Johnson and Harold Varner 1 over. Cam Smith at 4 over. Colin Morikawa at 1 over, and Rory McIlroy made the cut at even. Now let's take also we have Sahith Theegala. I like Sahith, so that's why I threw him in here. He made the cut at 2 over. Now let's take a look at the leaderboard. These next guys I'm going to mention are really the guys that are going to be competing this weekend. It's such a challenging course. I guess you could probably throw Rory in there and maybe Colin, or Dustin Johnson and Harold Varner. They're 1 over. But anybody else, really, it's going to be really, really tough for them to win. Here's the thing. They got to play really well. Everybody else got to make a lot of mistakes. And that's just a lot to count on, right? But we've seen last year's PGA Championship in Tulsa, I believe with 9 holes to go, Justin Thomas was 7 shots back and ended up rallying to send it to playoff and then win. So don't ever count anybody out, but it's going to take a lot of hard work on their part and a lot of bad luck on the other golfers. And I'm going to mention 1, 2, 3, 5 of them right here. All 5 are going to have some really bad luck. So Scotty Scheffler, Victor Hovland, and Corey Connors are tied for the lead right now at 5 under par. And then we got Bryson DeChambeau, 3 shots back at 3 under, and Brooks Koepka, who's in his fight again. Remember, he led the Masters day 1, day 2, and day 3, and then day 4 was not such a good day for him. He ended up losing it to John Rahm, but he, after 2 days, he's still in the fight. He's only 3 shots back for the championship, so he's in there. Now, one thing I want to mention. So remember, I've been harping on this. It's a very challenging course. Like I said, 76 golfers made the cut. Out of those 76, only 9 golfers after 2 days are below par or under par. That's that shows you right there how challenging this course is. Now, of course, the weather has had a lot to do with it, and the weather is going to have a lot to do with it on Saturday. Sunday, I'm not sure what the weather is supposed to be like, but if it's raining, it's going to be tough, really, really tough on Sunday for anybody to finish above par, and and especially if the wind is in there also. So looks like I'm right. 10 below, or 10 under par of the winner. If it's raining on the weekend, 6 under. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see how it turns out. But who I think is going to pull it out, though? You know, I mentioned Tony Finau, who I thought would win it, and he's not going to win it. I don't think he's going to win it now. But other leaderboard, I'm gonna go for Victor Hovland. I really am. He's an OSU guy. I'm an OU guy. I'm a Sooner guy. But hey, these OSU golfers, I like them. I really do. I like Victor Hovland. I like Ricky Fowler. Um, those two are really my favorite ones. I like watching as far as OSU golfers go. But I would also love to see Roy McIlroy rally to win it. But I'm gonna pull for Victor Hovland. Do I think he's gonna win it? I don't know. I'm not gonna pick a winner, but I'm gonna tell you who I'm gonna pull for. That's Victor Hovland or Roy McIlroy to come back and win it. We'll see how it goes. I hope you guys are watching it this weekend. That's what I'm going to be doing. So, anyways, again, if you haven't at this time, please take the time to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you get all notifications of when Old Man Nate is dropping a video or going live. And then also go to oldmancoffee.shop and support Old Man Nate. By buying some merchandise with a t-shirt or a tumbler or some coffee. Okay? Really appreciate you showing support for us. We're going to keep doing this thing and love all the support. All right. So, anyways, go out, put the TV. If you ain't doing nothing this weekend, put the TV on, watch the PGA Championship, and pull for your favorite golfer. All right. Well, leave some comments and tell me what you think. Tell me who you think is going to win, and we'll drop another video or two this week. Until then, we'll see you next time.